Welcome to Barre Blast for the month of April. I'm Johnette. I'll be leading you today. So happy to have you. For today, what you'll need is your mat or blanket. I'm using our circle tube. If you don't have one of these, you can take a longer band and tie it in a loop. Or don't forget also you can buy the prop pack, which comes one of these, and our long TheraBand. You can purchase that from our store here on our website. I'll also use a bar ball / a pillow. So let's go ahead and get started. Take those feet wider than your hips, and let's do 2 grounding breaths in and out. And exhale, release. Do that one more time. And exhale. Now I want you to send your hips back and lunge your knee, leaning that way, palms come in, and then stretch that up, bring your chest high. Opposite side. Hips go back, lunge through the knee, press it up. Let's pick up that pace and do it 2 more times. In and up. Take it in. Last time. Getting a little heat into those legs and release. All right, let's turn to face the end of your mat. Let's bring back your right leg into the stretch, overhead, and then exhale, bring that toe forward. So find that breath connection with this movement. Exhale, bring it forward. 2 more times on this side. You have the option to float that leg if you want. Finding your balance, centering yourself for this next less than half hour now of work, and release. Second side. Press it back. Inhale. Exhale. Tap it forward. All right, widen those toes. Press into the mat as you step forward. Activate that quad if you want to find that balance. And then regulate that breath continuously while we're here warming up. All right, release. Step to the opposite end. Let's lift up. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, swan dive over. All right, in this forward fold, hands can connect to the floor, to your legs, or you can also lift up to a flat back. I'm just kind of resting here. You can take a few rocks, a few twists that feels good. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, we're going to walk it out to our first plank of class. So taking it straight arms and toes. So find your starting position. I'll talk you through it. So while your shoulders are on top of your wrists, ankles pressed back. Also option, you can come to your knees. So the main focus is that you want to have your shoulders, hips, and knees in line, whether your toes are connected or your knees. All right, so holding there. We have 80 seconds in this plank. We do 2 every Barre Blast, one at the beginning, one at the end. All right, holding in center, our first change, we are going to come to a side plank. So you can turn to face me. You can stack both feet if you would like. You can float your top leg into the air. Or you can also bring that bottom knee down. Holding it here for 4. Holding it 3, 2, and 1. Come back through center, level out through your hips. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Second side. Find that connection. Now you're facing away from me. Maybe your knee is down or your legs are stacked, or you find that float. Hold it right here, trying to keep that side body in alignment with the bottom half. So not over rotating, trying to find that challenge in the side body. Inhale, let's lift for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Your last change, come back into that plank, whether your toes or knees were on the mat, holding it there for 8, 7, 6, 5. Find your placement. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Let's come on down to your front body for soar. I want you to connect your upper body to the mat so forehead can rest. And then I want you to float both of your legs up, activating through your glutes. And we're taking tiny flutter kicks. So let's go upright, up, left. Just alternate little lifts. So your goal here is to stretch through your knee. Imagine me grabbing your ankle and pulling your leg away from your hips. That level of stretch and lift out of your midsection, so out of your hips, out of your glutes. You're lifting 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, lower the legs. Elevate your upper body. Arms can come to goalposts. Keep your focus down to your mat. And let's alternate here. Up, right, up, left, right, and left. So while you take this press, lifting up right and left, think about lifting up from the middle of your back, from the core, as opposed to arching your head up, right? We want to lift the back of those shoulders, the back of that neck, holding at your top as we pulse for 4. Alternate 3 and 2 and 1. Last change, we lower everything down and we lift everything up. Arms can be at goalpost. If it feels better, you can reach your arms overhead for a challenge through your shoulders, or you can bring those palms back by your side, lifting up and down. Really striving to stretch those knees, getting the fronts of the quads off the mat for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Great job. Okay. Let's bring it on up into our seated posture. I'm grabbing my bar ball, so get your pillow or your ball. All right, coming into your seated position, I want you to bring it right behind that lower back, that tailbone area. Here we are. Go ahead and start by stretching out your first leg. So one leg's bent, one leg is straight. Bring those arms right in front of your shoulders and start by pressing back. Let's go back and lift. Take it back and lift. Flexing through that straight leg while we press back. Find that breath connection. Exhale and inhale, keeping that keeping that flowing while we take this work through the core. Really important during the core work not to hold your breath, protecting and letting air flow, keeping all the internal organs nice and happy. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to lift up, twist away from your bent leg, come back to center, press down. So we lift up, we twist, we go center, press down. Your arms lift with you and lower. You should feel activation and heat in that leg because you're not able to press down on the foot to add that stabilization, add that counter pressure. So you may feel some of these muscles, your quads, kicking in as we rotate. You also may get some heat in those shoulders. Let's go 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. All right, let's change that leg out. Second side. So stretching out, flexing that second leg. Arms right in front of your shoulders. Let's press it back and up. All right, as you do this here, keep your arms extended, reaching ahead. You can always add some extra weights if you want to add some weights into your hands, some lighter weights, some moderate weights, just adding extra resistance, challenging even further. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, ready? Let's start that lift and twist. We go lift, twist away from that bent leg, and then back down. A flowing twisting. Keep in mind that when we twist, we always need to lift up first. So lift up, twist, and back down. That goes for when we're stretching and we're twisting. Whenever we twist, try to lift up and stretch before we rotate. Let's go 2 more here for 4, and 3, last 2, and 1, release. All right, last bit of work. We're going to come down to that mat. Bring the ball in between your inner thighs. All right, onto our back. All right, so bring your palms, can come underneath your hips for support. And now let's float those legs up into tabletop. Flex your feet. I want us to activate those inner thighs. So start by squeezing those legs together. Squeeze and squeeze. Navel to spine, spine to the floor. Continue with that connection while we squeeze in for 4, and 3, and 2. Now we're going to point those toes and rock the toes down to the floor. Take it down, 2, lift it up, 2. So as you take this movement here, only go as low as you can where you have control over this body position. Let's go low. Take it up. Take it down. And up. We're rocking here. This is where you finish for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Holding down. All right. Let's take that ball, bring it behind your lower back. your middle back into that ab stretch. Bring the seat and shoulders to opposite sides, and let's just drape over this. Let those hips kind of relax and rock freely. Maybe you want to gently rock to one side, back and forth, or you want to take it a breath at a time. But notice if even while you're stretching, you're still holding on to some tension. This is the time to let it go. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. Let's roll ourselves off the ball. Find some support, lift up. And now, ball can go off to the side. We're moving into our push-ups. You can take these presses from your knees, your toes, or on an elevated surface. We have 10 to do. Okay, you've got it. Activate that core. Same premise with the plank. Keep your shoulders, knees, and hips in line, whichever position you're in. Ready? Here we go. Let's take it. 10. And 9. Keep it going. 8. Find that breath. Exhale as you press back up. That's 7. And 6. Keep that going. 5. 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Great job. Pardon my coughing. Okay. Moving into our next part of arm work. Grab that loop band. Now, if you do not have a loop band or a long band you can tie, go for it without this extra prop. You will still get a great workout, okay? Or you can bring some weights in your hands. All right, bring it around. Pardon me. Bring it around your upper arms, below your elbows, between your wrists and elbows. Find that 90-degree angle shape. Now I'm going to come to my knees, but if that is uncomfortable, take it standing if you would like. All right, so here we are. Right square. I'll turn to the side so you can see my body position. Find that square position, elbows in line with shoulders, and let's start by squeezing out on that band. Out and out. This band is pretty tough here. So we're using this silver loop band, and so taking it out and in. If this is too much, just forego that band altogether and keep that pull out and out. All right, if no band, again, grab those weights. Take it out and out. Let's go for 4 and 3. Keep going. 2 and 1. Now pulse it up. So fingers to the sky. Keeping that band with resistance, keeping your arms slightly pulled out, and then pulse up from there. So meanwhile, rib cage is closed. Navel and spine are nice and connected. And we're pulsing up. For 4, we're going to combo here. 3, 2, and 1. Let's take it. 1 out, 1 up, 1 out, and up. Almost there, y'all. Heating up through those shoulders and biceps. Out and up. Let's go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Release. Now, loop the band in the same place. Take it around your back. Okay? Maybe want to step through or just take it off and put it back on. So we're hinged over here. You can take this all the way standing or elevate your pinkies from the kneeling position, and let's start the pulse up. Let's take it up and up. Take it up. So we're hitting these triceps. So if you're standing, maybe you want to take 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, allowing you for a little bit of hinge as we pulse up. Let's go for 4 and 3 and 2. Now pull out. Take it out and out. Slight pull, pulling those arms away from one another. Pull and pull. Keep it going. Take it out and out. Let's go for 4 and 3 and 2. Now we combo here to finish. Let's go. 1 lift, 1 out, 1 lift. You're almost there. Out for 8, 7, 6. Take those arms a little bit higher. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. All right, shake those arms out. Drop that band off. Let's get into an arm stretch. You can lace those fingertips back behind you and squeeze to lift up, or simply grab hold of each of the edges and then same thing, lift up. Whichever feels better. If one feels more uncomfortable for your wrist, do the other one. So we lift up, inhale, and exhale. Okay, take one arm high, palm back to your shoulder blade. Elevate through that chest. You notice I'm in a swaying mood today. I don't know what it is. Just feeling like swaying. Swing is optional, not required. All right, other side. Take the elbow high. Lift it up through your back. Keeping space between your chin and chest. If you're here, you're closing off a lot of possible areas to stretch, closing it off, closing it in. Instead, lift, find some expansion through your chest, and release. Okay, using our loop band yet again for our thigh burner today. We are working with it on your lower leg, so step through and bring it about mid calf shin area. Okay, so stagger your stance. Take one foot slightly in front of the other. You won't be able to go very far because this band is pretty tight. Hand on chest and belly or your hips. Okay, so now let's go ahead and bend your knees forward, just keeping your back upright, and then now elevate your heels. Hold on to releve. Hold here, we pulse it down. Press and press. So also an option, get a chair, have it nearby, provide you with some stabilization so you can really focus on the leg activation and not just balancing. If you use that chair, that support surface, just lightly press it. Don't put all of your weight on it, okay? So heels are elevated. We're taking tiny pulses down, keeping that back upright. We're not hinged over. Let's go here for 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Stay low. Flare it out and in. Flare it out and in. Take your knees out and in. Let's go for 4. Almost there. 3. Big toes still connected. 2 and 1. Release. All right. Change your stance. Second foot comes in front. Go ahead. Bend the knees. Elevate the heels. Holding there. Neutral pelvis. Let's start that pulse down. We got it. Let's go. Press and press. Take it down and down. So forcing those arches up, taking it down and down. Just an inch or two at max. So if you're taking it bigger than this, then take your seat lower to start and make that pulse even smaller. We flare in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Stay low. Flare out and in. We flare it out and in. Try to keep your feet, your balls of your feet flat, and then take your flare from there. If you need to widen your stance so you can achieve more resistance through the bands work, go for it. For 4, almost there. Let's go 3, fight for this finish. 2, and 1, you're done. All right, release that band. Let's flatten out your feet for a second and go back into a forward fold. You can place your hands on your legs where it feels good. And we're going to alternate just lifting the toes up. So lift 1, keeping your heel connected. And release. Other 1. Lift up the front half of your foot. Heel stays connected. First one again. And release. And release. All right, moving into our last bit of legs, into our leg series. All right, face towards the short edge of your mat. And the leg that's closest to me, send it in the back. Because we will be opening to second facing me here in a moment. So find carousel, arms overhead. We're going to lift the back knee, stretch it, and pull your elbows down. We go. Pull and dip. Now take it down as low as you want to. You can tap the floor or you can stay in a hover. Keep going. Let's go. 4, lift it up. Take it 3. In 2, your back heel, notice, is high. You're not pressing down. And 1, you're low. Open wide, turn it out. So knees on top of ankles, pulse it down. Let's press. Take it down and down. Take it in and in. We go for 4, 3. Now take this leg, take it under. Turn the second way. Heel is up, arms up. We go in, pull it down. Good. Reaching for the floor with that knee. Lift and tap. Take it, lift and tap. We go for 4. You've got it. Let's go 3. Almost there. 2. And 1, go back to second. Last time. Toes open, knees open. Come on to releve if you can. Find that lower level. Sink that seat down. Hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, woo, woo. Great job. All right, let's come into quadruped. Knees and hands. And when you're ready, take that first leg forward into the lunge stretch. Hands can come to your mat, to the top of that front leg, or all the way up. If this is your first time taking Barre Blast, It is one of my favorite classes. I teach this class more than any other class, actually. I teach it at our Starkville studio. All right, bring those hands to the center. And let's rotate the same arm as the front leg is. Rotate your shoulders towards that front leg and lift it up. It's just so much fun. It packs all your work into 30 minutes. It flies by, at least in my opinion. And I get to, be creative and combine movement. All right, cool. Let's rock it back and forth a few times. And so this is exact structure that we do in studio at both locations. And I wanted to bring in a full body class, and this was the perfect fit. All right, let's stay back into that rear stretch. Elevate your seat, and then make sure this front leg is all the way straight. So drop that chest down. Flex the toes to the sky. Notice if you're rounding here, let's try to flatten out your back, elevate your chest, maybe walk your hands higher on your leg to achieve that flat back. Inhale and exhale. Second side. Rock it forwards. Inhale, hands on the floor, on that front leg, or all the way up. Choose that version that feels the best. And when you're ready, let's bring both hands to the center. And let's start that rotation. Take it up, gently twisting here. So this is a moment where you get to soften. We're not rushing. We're just softening and softening and flowing. All right, from center, let's rock it back and forth a few times, just preparing these joints for your next stretch. Last one. All right, let's flatten out that back. Flex your front toes to the sky. It's so easy just to let that foot dangle, but really try to pull those toes up and try to bring your rib cage down even deeper to activate and really stretch deeply into the hamstring. Inhale and exhale. Okay, we're using our circle loop band one more time, but this time it comes up above your knees. Okay, so here we are lying on our side. Face me to start and to finish. You're not facing any other way, just facing me. Lie it on down. All right, stack your knees, stack your feet. We're to first change, keeping your bottom leg down. Flare your top knee up and then lower back down. We flare that top leg up and down. Take it up and down. So keeping everything parallel, your top hip is square to what you're facing. You're not rocking on your back. 2 more. And lift. Last one. Take it up and down. Good. Now elevate your whole top leg. Keep it bent and take it all the way up. Lift it up. So we're keeping that bend in the knee, flexing through the heel. And now we're fully lifting a little bit more range of motion, a little more mobility in this position without keeping your foot down. So you should really feel the side of that seat start to fire up. Keep this going for 4, for 3, and 2, and 1. Point that toe, pulse it up, and lift. Only doing 4 more pulses here. Let's go for 4, and 3, and 2. Now flex, bend, and then now push that knee a little bit further behind. Try to have your knee in line with that hip, and now push that heel away from you. Push it back and back. Good. Checking on those hips and ribs. Make sure everything is nice and neutral. You're not arching to really get that foot back. You're keeping it nice and stacked underneath. Let's go for 4, and 3, and 2. Point that toe. Keep pushing behind. For 8. You're done in 7. Here's 6. In 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Ooh, well done. All right, second side. Let's take it around onto that second side. We go. Lay it on down. Starting with the feet connected, knee opens up and we flare. For 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Float that leg. Let's flex that foot and lift it up. Holy. Lift and lift. Good. Really focusing on that knee and hip. They're parallel. So your side seat, my words, and your hip abductor can make sure they are the prime areas working hard, not your quads. Let's go for 4. 3, we straighten that leg in. 2 and 1. Point that toe. Take it out and out. Out means up. Lift and lift. Let's go for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Flex. Push that foot back for 8. 7. Good. Neutralize that pelvis. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point that toe. Take it back. Last set of counts. 7, 6, 5. You got this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, we're officially finished with the band for the day. We're staying on our mat for the rest of class. Let's stretch it out. All right, let's find that twisted stretch here. So one leg can be bent, other can cross over, or your bottom leg can fully extend. Either one you choose, lift up tall before we rotate towards that top leg. Inhale. Exhale, second side. Lift it up before we rotate. Breathe it in. And exhale. Okay, our last effort. Here we go. 80 seconds and we're done of our work. Find your plank form. No toes or knees. My words are awesome today. Forearms. And we start in 2 and 1. Here we go. So I'm going to be on my knees. Choose your toes or your knees for your plank. Feel free to change it up at any point. Holding in center. Leveling out through your hips. So you should feel your rib cage closed. Shoulders in line with hips and knees. Still showing that line, whether you're on your knees or on your toes, or take it all the way standing. Same idea, holding it here for 4, 3, 2. Now tap your right knee down, tap or tap. Now if your knees are down, shake your right hip. So choose that version. We take that knee tap and tap, or hip shake and shake. So a little shake, challenging those obliques. A little knee dip or hip shake. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, second side. Let's go. Tap or shake. This is it. Feel that navel to spine. Open the chest. You are almost there. Tap and tap for 4, 3, 2. We alternate to finish. Here we go. Take it right, center, left, center, right, center, left. You're done in 8. In 7, you got this. 6, 5, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Well done. All right, let's find child's pose. Knees apart, toes together, and let your forehead rest. Palms flip up, go ahead. Add a little release for the triceps. Inhale. And exhale. Continue that rock forward, this time into heart melting pose. So, allow your forehead to rest, arms extended, seat is elevated on top of your hips and knees. Seat is on top of your knees. Inhale and exhale. Further shifting your weight forward, forearms can be down or come to the full cobra, elevate, elbows extended. So choose that version. Let's rest here for one more breath cycle. And exhale. All right. Let's come into center, our last bit of stretching for class. Your legs can go out wide in second, or bring your feet together in butterfly. All right, let's rest it into the center. Forearms down. Or if your feet are connected, you can just rest your forehead towards your feet. Hold it there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, flex those heels, walk to your first side. Finding that inner thigh stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Roll the ankles over. Take the opposite arm up to the sky. Bring that thumb gently pressed back. Inhale. And exhale. Second side, flex. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Roll the ankles. Inside elbow. Opposite arm up. Press that thumb gently back, adding a little stretch and rotation through your spine here. Inhale. And exhale. Come to center. Let's rest here one more breath cycle. Y'all have done some incredible work today. We're almost finished. Breathe it in. And exhale. All right. Staying seated, let's just cross the legs if they're not already. Finding that lift through your back. And let's finish with 3 breaths in. Ready? Arms lift up. Inhale. Exhale. Drop your ear down. Roll that chin through center. And up second side. We lift. Inhale. Exhale. Drop the second side down. Roll the chin through center. And up. Last breath in. Make it your fullest of class. And exhale. All right, give yourself a hand. Thank you so much for taking Barre Blast with me. I'll see you back here next time throughout April. Cheers.